you want to make a comment?
What is happening? It is Easter here in the United States. If you guys are just tuning in from out of the country, welcome aboard. Beautiful day here in Southern California. There will be a launch in about an hour and a half. Now an hour and 10 minutes, I guess, from now here in Southern California. As you could probably tell, I look a little tired. I was on yesterday for a bit. I have since then worked 20 hours and I'm pretty tired. And I did that in a, 35 hour, 35 hour time frame. So I'm a little bit tired. Was out in the heat today. And, I hadn't had a day off since last Sunday. So I'm cooked right now. And I had a pretty long week. And I still have 5 more days left, 4 more days in a row that I have to do. So this is my Tuesday, even though it feels like Friday. So nice to see you folks in there. It is, well, it's technically not Easter everywhere, unless it's Easter Monday somewhere, right? I mean, am I wrong on that? But, and maybe if you don't celebrate Easter, it's not Easter where you're at. So I don't know. But to me, Easter's everywhere. I appreciate you folks being in here. Easter Monday there. Isn't it such a thing? Oh, sorry about that. A couple things. I've been watching this whole Artemis II thing, which has been just amazing to me. This is like the Olympics. Let's try to bring this in here. I don't know why the closed caption's on, so I'm getting rid of the closed captioning before I bring it on. Come on. I watched the launch the other day from my computer. It is so cool knowing somebody from my high school, someone I've talked to before, is going to be around the moon in less than 12 hours from now. Actually, about 12 hours from now. I think tomorrow morning is when they go by. I thought they were going by on Tuesday for some reason. But they're actually going to be, I don't know, they're not orbiting, well, they're going around it once, but it's a long way around it. I think they're going like 6,000 or 7,000 miles past it. And then they're going to take another pass by it, I guess, Tuesday night. And then slingshot, shoot all the way back to Mother Earth here. And landing just outside of San Diego here in the Southern California area in the Pacific. I just saw on Friday, it's supposed to be some pretty nasty weather here, so I don't know what they're going to do for that. The other thing I read, I think I mentioned it. I know this has nothing to do with ham radio, but they're going to be coming in hot. About between 25 and 27,000 miles an hour. Generally, when they come in off of a normal orbit from, say, the space station, something a little bit smaller, not smaller, I should say closer to Earth, with a smaller distance between Earth and where they are in space. I believe they have to be up like 17,000. I don't know the exact. What do you call it? The exact terminology, but the velocity to be outside the Earth is like 17,000 something or other. Are you sure you're not related to? I'm definitely not related to Elon. I'd be rich and smarter. What was I going to say? Anyways, so they come in about 17,000 miles an hour at their top speed. Usually it's a lot slower. The reason why I'm saying this is they brought up in the news conference on NASA the other day that they'll be coming in faster than any Apollo mission has come in, just because the way they're slingshotting away around the moon. They're coming in a lot faster. The only other faster mission into space where humans went over 25,000 miles an hour was I believe Apollo 13, just because of the orbit they were in. And so this will be pretty cool. They're going further than any humans and faster than any humans have gone before. So they'll have a couple world records under their belt. Attitude. Yeah. Well, they'll still be in space when they technically hit the atmosphere. They'll be above the Kármán line, I think it's called. When they are hitting those high speeds, and I don't know how that heat shield's gonna I don't know, survive. That's big. Called a lunar flyby gravity assist. Yeah. So I don't. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not, okay. They also said they're using 10% of the fuel Apollo did, just because of the way they slingshot around the Earth. They're bigger orbits they did before they left, and it basically they gained speed and velocity, which looks like now they're gaining velocity. Let's look and see here. I thought that was at 1423. Definitely not going down like they used to, and they're not really moving all that fast. And even though 1,400 miles an hour is pretty fast, if you're calculating that for Earth, you'll be going almost Mach 3. So depending on the altitude you're at. So this stuff, I love geeking out on this stuff. Too bad. What's going on? Nice to see you in there. I'm a little bit bummed they're not doing any ham radio stuff, because that would be pretty cool, trying to make contacts with somebody way out there in the great yonder. And I think someone coming back from the great yonder is now in here.
Fuck you!
You probably just offended half of our audience when you did that.
Deal with it.
I love this stuff. This is like, I was telling people, this is like my Olympics. I get home every night and I watch all the replay stuff from it because I've been working all week. What's that?
Not ham radio?
What do you mean?
Is that your Olympics? Ham radio?
No. This stuff right here. All this. Look at that. They're almost to the moon. It's gotten bigger. That's cool. I don't care what anybody says. And we might be pissing off the flat earthers out there too. Wouldn't it be pretty awkward? They had like flat Earth and then all the other like planets were round. That seems awkward to me.
Wait, you were just mentioning Apollo 13. I got to play this.
Houston, we have a problem.
What did I see the other day? Hold on. I saw something funny the other day. God, I love X. It's so funny. People troll on there. I troll on there. Oh, this is what I saw right here. I don't know, you guys watch, anybody watch Apollo 13, the movie? Great movie. And I don't know, they said, I think this is the part where the guy says, oh, we don't have enough power for the LEM. The LEM is dying. And he put the shitter's dying. Because they've had a lot of problems with the restroom on board.
How about Microsoft Outlook?
And then you could see them do their passwords. It looked like somebody was surfing the internet the other day. And then I just heard this a couple hours ago. I don't know if this is breaking for you folks. But I guess Netflix has some sort of 4K camera on board that is proprietary to them, and they're going to show it tomorrow on Netflix. I didn't know anything. I didn't think they would I didn't think NASA would let them do that, but
I heard they got iPhones as like cameras. You're that run, right?
yeah. That's what I was thinking about, giving Victor a call. Like, hey, I saw you look like you had your iPhone. I don't know if that's NASA iPhones or their personal iPhones or what, but I figured give him a shot, give him a call.
Wait, NASA's gonna they're gonna live stream the lunar flyby.
NASA's doing their
Netflix.
Netflix is, but I think I didn't know about this. I just found out from me a couple hours ago. But apparently they have their own camera on board. But I just can't. And I think that might be rumor. So is that true that they have their own camera on board? It's like a 4K or something? Now, why? I don't understand. Oh, there's going to be tons of documentaries about this. This is going to be like the stuff that I used. Okay, so I don't know if I've told. I think I've told you this, Seth.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I did. You will remember the story. Story time. So, back in when I bought my condo in the early 2000s, I always wanted the Weather Channel on my TV. Oh, sorry, not the Weather Channel, but the NASA channel on my TV. Like right before I left, I don't know, 2 years before I left my parents' house, we got Weather Channel. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I always wanted it. Daylight savings time is gone for you. Anyways, I wanted NASA channel because I saw that NASA had its channel, and I'm like, I'm a NASA geek. I like this stuff. Sorry, I had a burp. So I'm like, how the heck am I going to get it? And this is way before the streaming days. So I went out and online. This is when online shopping was starting. I went and bought a KU free-to-air dish. Because someone told me at work, and one of the satellite operators, oh, NASA's up there for free on the KU band. You don't even need a big giant C-band dish. Okay, cool. Well, I'll get this dish. I got it. I'm like, holy crap. I don't know how to mount this thing. And I'm in a condo where I'm not supposed to have an antenna, and that's an antenna. So anyways, a couple times, every time I would see the satellite people at work, because back then we used to use satellites to uplink because we're converting over to HD. We were using modulated telephone lines and whatever else before that, and eventually moved to fiber. But at that time, we were using a lot of satellite. And I used to hit up the guy, how do I do this? And he like wrote down instructions on the azimuth. And one of the guys let me borrow his little, like, it was not a set finder, but it's an azimuth. You could see the azimuth of the arc or whatever. I don't understand that stuff. Anyways, I figured out how to get the satellite right, because the dish I had a motor on it on the mount, and it'd float around, not float around, but it would maneuver to the different dishes or satellites with the dish. So if you didn't have it, the azimuth correct and everything aligned, and when I say by aligned, have it level and everything, that was another thing that was hard to do where I was at. So for a while, I would see all the east satellites, and then when I would go over to ARC over past 103, whatever, I would lose it because the azimuth of the dish was off because I didn't have it level. But anyways, I figured out where the sat feed was for NASA TV. It was the downlink that the folks that the cable companies would get and then rebroadcast throughout the cable system. So anyways, I figured that out, and I had NASA channel. I was so ecstatic. And all they used to play, Owen, was old, when there was no NASA, when there's no space shuttle stuff, was old Apollo and Gemini stuff. It was great. All the old cheesy music, and I absolutely loved it. It was the best. It was such a great little history lesson, and I learned so much about the space history with our United States of America. That's not for you, Colin, because you're not here.
Whose fault is that?
His. He doesn't want to leave the country. He wants to do everything in kilometers and stuff, which I do too, actually. So
Let's do everything upside down, you mean?
And upside down. I forgot about that. When you bought up your condo, you were still renting Betamax. You know, I didn't really rent that many movies. I'm not a big movie.
You mean
person.
Blockbuster Video?
I did have a Blockbuster card. I still have it, actually. Yeah. So I used to watch so much Apollo stuff. They had a lot of Gemini stuff, but the Apollo stuff was amazing. I didn't realize all the history behind, after Apollo 1, they didn't launch anything to what? Apollo 7?
Well, manned.
Manned,
yes.
Because those poor folks died in there. God, and that must have been.
Did you ever watch From the Earth to the Moon?
Yes.
HBO?
Great movie. Great mini series, I should say. There was a little bit of cheesiness to it. I think that's why I kind of liked Apollo 13, the movie, because I should say Apollo 13, the movie, had a little bit of cheesiness cheesiness. There we go, in it, but not as prevalent as Earth to the Moon. What do we got going here? Are they talking? I have to do something because I don't want to bag myself. And I'm going to get on HF here once the sun goes down. So just be patient. And there's going to be a rocket launch here locally. I just looked over and I saw 53,000 people watching. I'm like, wait a minute, really?
Shortly. Also,
they got to fix their audio.
We also have the lunar targeting package verification.
Hey, while you're mentioning this up, I think that's behind the Capcom desk. I guess they have a Sailor Moon thing there. That's Artemis or something, I think.
That?
Yeah, that thing.
The cat thing?
Yeah.
Someone's got a bag of grapes there they're going to chew on.
I was going to say, it looks like something else, but I wouldn't know, Greg. Maybe you would.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Adam, what did you put in there? Something got disabled or something.
Okay, I can work on that actually. So
I can work on that actually, and so as long as their crapper's working, I think they're happy. And I listened to the first couple, like basically when they got up in the in space, one of their first thing was to unstow the bathroom and test it, because that's a big integral part of their system.
You know what their plan B was?
Bags.
Yep.
So they couldn't. Man, they got a lot of noise.
So we'll let you know on that shortly.
Almost sounds like FT8 leaking in the background, but it's not.
DME?
Yeah. It is coming from 250,000 miles away, but that might be the feed. Anyways, I see Tim in there. Nice to see you in there. The lady on board, I forget what her name is. She's like, they're like, no, just go ahead and use the bags. You know, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And she's like, no, I'm going to work on it. And they're like, no, just use the bag. She's like, no, I want to work on it. But she got it working. They're like, screw that. I'm going to go doo-doo in a nice toilet.
Yes, Jeremy, that's correct.
And by the way, I put my name in for my name to fly in a disk, I guess in a memory card. I did that like 2 years ago. I forgot about it, so I got an email about it yesterday. They're like, your name is going to fly digitally around the moon tomorrow.
Well, we'll take that as a compliment.
Man, that's a bad sound.
I wouldn't have meant it any other way.
Like almost 1K. Can you hear that in your headphones?
I hear something, some feedback.
I EQ'd a lot of it out. This is without already EQ'd. Okay, I guess they're not going to talk anymore, but I'm still listening in. I've been listening. So here's the other thing. First off, thank you for the folks that sent me messages. Actually, I got a bunch of them over the last week about where I can listen to the Allstar link version of this, which, if I recall right,
this is Artemis Mission Control in Houston, Texas. You're currently seeing a live view inside Mission Control here.
If I can recall right, I don't remember the commentary being on it. I was stripped from it, or there was just the big loop channel or whatever.
Capsule communicator, who is on the left-hand side of your screen.
Setting up some charging for tomorrow. The alternate PCD charging cable. Do you guys have the bandwidth to look that location up for us?
Oh yeah, it's the YM245 band meter.
Looking for it now.
Man, their comm system sounds like garbage. this, by the way, here's a couple other things. I think I brought a little bit up yesterday. That launch coverage was absolutely horrible. It was like a fifth grader did it. They missed the launch. It went to black. And then like halfway up, right before the boosters separated, they showed people watching in their lawn chairs for like 5 seconds. You missed the booster. Then they went to a super tight shot, and I thought the vehicle blew up at one point. It's like, come on. Beep.
The crew has been discussing a few different activities that they're working through. One of those is verifying that they have the final lunar targeting package available on their PCDs or portable computing devices, which are basically tablets.
What they're watching
able to reference
independent films on right now.
And timelines that they're following throughout their mission. They were also discussing an upcoming burn conference, so they will have a conference directly with the flight director and the flight control team here in Mission Control Houston ahead of that outbound trajectory correction burn. That final burn conference is scheduled to take place in about 20 minutes from now.
Oh, so they are going to do a burn. What's up, dude? Nice to see you in there.
Yep.
He got his Hawaiian vacation ruined by lots of rain. Yeah, I am. By the way, like I said, I don't know how late I'm going to go tonight, but I am tired. I worked all of 70 plus hours this week, not including commuting. And I did a lot of commuting. I'm on a 9-day, 10-day run right now, so shut up.
Wow.
Did you guys just hear Seth? Because I don't hear him anymore. Yeah, he gone. I don't know what happened to him. He was making noises and stuff.
You want to make a comment?
That was perfect timing, right when I hit the unmute. Yeah, they need to fix their audio there. That's what I was going to say, here's another thing. And this is to what I was talking about with that KU downlink I had, which was directly from NASA, but it was still 2 seconds delayed for the geosynchronous, going up 25,000 miles. Anyways, when I would listen to one of the local repeaters used to have the analog version of this without any commentary, which I added before, which actually I think I like a little bit better because I don't need somebody tell me deciphering something from. I just want to listen to the comms like this.
For the alt.
Anyways, it was like I got it way before the satellite version when it was coming off the radio. So whatever way that they were getting it before, it was like 10 seconds before the NASA TV audio and video came through.
Bag number 10 with a brown label. And
that has your goodies in there.
Called 15-volt PCD power cable.
Just make sure the polarity is right.
Okay, copy that. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Yep, you bet.
He's got one of those Plantronics headsets that sound like garbage. The preamp turns everything on pretty hot.
The ones that are just sound like you're on the phone all the time.
Yeah, they sound like garbage, but they look cool. I mean, it's 1960s technology they're still using. JPL is, I don't know, maybe about 45 minutes, an hour away. Was it their actual plush? Lady's getting all ready for her 12 hours on shift. This is wild. And yesterday, so they left the NASA feed, left the capsule stuff on for 2 hours straight. And you saw Victor Glover work out, and then he took off his shirt and stuff and was stretching. I'm like, maybe they should give him some privacy. I might have been. Well, I wasn't. It was coming off the ham radio tower or frequency.
I didn't see an activity to start this acoustic monitoring.
She's like, you guys threw this in there on us. How dare you?
Hey, Christina, that's going to be a no perform today. And I am on the verge of giving you some other timeline deltas here.
All right, that's yeah. We're not going to do that today now because you called us out on it.
Thank you.
That's awesome. See, that's awesome. They should have some commentary. Come on. Well, you know, she basically called them out today about because that wasn't on the list of things to do, and they tried to throw that in on them, and they really didn't want to do it. No, what happened? There's so many sad hams out there these days. Although it hasn't been that bad lately. I just my personal whatever, like person that takes out my signal, jammer. Ooh. Is that it? Is that all they're going to talk about? That's awesome. That's the stuff I want to hear. They got to go doo-doo too. I don't know what they're eating up there. I think they said they had pizza last night. Whatever that must taste like up there. It was pizza last night?
Integrity Houston with some timeline deltas.
Okay, Mr. 747 voice. You still there, Seth? You have to work tomorrow on Easter Monday?
Yes. What do you think we are?
In person?
Yep.
A lot of people have it off for some reason.
It's a bank holiday where I was for the last month.
Easter Monday.
Yep.
Home of not so good tasting food.
Also home of the YouTube watcher of every ham radio show.
Yeah, Andy.
Okay. Well, first of all, this just in.
God, that mic sounds
The
like shit.
SM prop helium ISO valves are configured, which is
That's for Colin.
12.
I have a 7610 there, sir.
The things that we must.
We were watching NASA right now. I'm gonna get on.
LTP verification. We just.
I'm gonna get on
OTC3
on 20 meters here in a few minutes once the sun goes down.
toilet maintenance.
We're talking about toilet. So what happened,
DFTO
Tim?
cabin inspect. AGA readings.
It's not New York pizza, that's for sure.
And PNC.
Wow.
No copy on that.
I think tomorrow morning, my time, like 10 a.m., they're going to be the furthest human beings from planet Earth at that point. I would love to. Now, I think SpaceX has it going on. They use RTS. They use 40 meters frequency. Oh, did he use 720? They actually fly by it twice, from what I understand. Is that correct?
All right.
God, they're odd. And he's got the microphone right in his mouth. It's like, dude, there's a condenser microphone.
If you would like to.
You know, I'm really thinking about changing over to a 7300 MK2 for my POTA activations.
Yeah, let me say it more eloquently than I was about to. Everything else can be deferred as you guys desire.
Okay, appreciate it. That's great.
Can I- I was talking to Seth, not online.
Yeah, I was telling Greg to go F himself, privately. He deserves it.
Jeremy, sorry.
Oh, this is like the Olympics and the World Series and the Super Bowl all in one.
We should start trying to lip read the other people on camera that you can't hear.
What do you mean?
The one. All right, cool. The one in the blue shirt, the other.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna break away from this just for a second, just because I have to bring something up I don't want to bring up. But I don't know if you've seen this. You're gonna like this if you haven't seen this. It's Apollo in real time.
I've seen that before.
So you can go back and listen to the different comms channels and stuff. So yeah, you can go back.
CDR and LMP, panel 6 and 9, mount off.
You could choose what channels to listen to. Right? This is pretty cool. So you listen to every different channel. They were totally forethoughting the whole process here. So I put that link in there if you have not had seen this before.
Let's go back to the real stuff, the current stuff.
I am just no. I thought I just put it's in the link there.
Apollo in realtime.org.
Yeah.
Greg with one G.
This one right here. So if you guys are Apollo geeks like I am, check that out. You guys would love that. And you know what, Scott? I know you're an old guy. Just kidding, of course. My mother, told me an interesting story. The night that they were walking around on the moon, it was actually late afternoon, I believe. But the night, because they're still on the moon after they walked on it for another 5 more hours. I have not. Her and her dad were outside in the backyard, and they decided to look up at the moon and go, wow, there's like somebody walking around on that right now, right this second. I mean, that's in 69, So I took my daughter out a couple days ago, and they weren't there yet. And they're almost there now, but the moon's not going to be up here for another couple hours. And I'm like, there's somebody going around that right now. And one of the people grew up like a block away from here. So you should be pretty cool. This will be a pretty cool thing to remember. But she's not really into it. You're 5. Do you remember? Do you actually remember it? Yesterday I was watching this. The dude picked his nose and then wiped it on his lip. So it's like, hey, brah. You got to put a note up by you. So, Owen, have you seen that ApolloRealtime.org? Doesn't sound like Greg had seen it.
This is Artemis Mission Control in Houston, Texas. Again, we were hearing some communication between the crew on board the Orion spacecraft, which is named Integrity, and the team here at Mission Control. They were discussing some of the upcoming activities on the timeline for the remainder of the crew's day. Earlier today,
where's she at? In a cafeteria or something?
Jumped into a AUX suit, developmental flight test objective. AUX is the Orion Crew Survival System suit, that orange suit you see them wear for dynamic activities, including launch. They donned their suits or put them on and performed.
What's
several
up there,
different
Randy?
activities
Thanks for
wearing those
jumping in
suits,
there. We're
but
watching some
they
NASA
were,
stuff right quick. I
running
was hoping to
behind
show
on
some
the
video
timeline a little
downlink,
bit,
but
so they are working to free up some of the remaining activities and defer activities.
she is
that,
pointing and stuff.
aren't critical to take.
You're not
place
wrong on
today.
that. I told
So
you.
that is what a
Whenever you
majority of
start
that
pointing at
conversation
somebody,
was about. So following the outbound trajectory correction burn, which is scheduled to take place in about 51 minutes from now. Again, it's a very small correction to fine-tune the trajectory of the Orion spacecraft as it makes its final approach and goes around the moon and returns back to Earth. Again, that lunar flyby planned for flight day 6 on Monday, April 6th, and that splashdown will be on Friday, April 10th. Following that burn,
I'm convinced she's in a cafeteria
we'll
watching
just have a
this.
few remaining
Or
activities
talking
to
about
be
this.
completed for the day, including
There's
some
no, like,
standard
voiceover
anomaly
place
gas
or something? Like,
I know. It's like, can't you put her in a, like a
measure
coffin
the
somewhere?
gases such as carbon dioxide in the crew cabin. They
That
also
would be
have some
great,
fluid
wouldn't it?
maintenance activities that they complete
I
every
expanded
day.
it all the way out to
And they
Houston.
will have a post-oxygen
They're
cleaning
very
lab
close. I
test
believe that
injector
they're,
cabin
I
inspection
think
that
the
they
last I saw was,
before
what,
they head
40,000
to
miles
their
away?
sleep period to wrap up flight day 5.
Tomorrow morning, my time, I can't remember what time, maybe 10 a.m. They're going to be the furthest humans have ever been away from the Earth. And I believe on Friday, they'll be the fastest humans ever on Earth. Well, fastest traveling humans ever. I'm just bummed it takes this long to get over there. You'd think that they would be like, hit some like button like Spaceballs and they go plaid.
we don't have warp yet.
That's bullshit. Elon, come on. Let's break away for a second. My computer froze up right when I took it away. Colin, let me give that a shot. Well, Colin? I don't think that's good. And I'm bringing these in on YouTube. I have not talked to Sam. No, he was in a text message the other day, I believe. If I'm correct there, Seth.
Was he?
I think he was, yeah.
Now, just because you said that the two of us a message, that doesn't count if he doesn't respond.
Damn. Are they with Bluey? That's an Australian guy, right? Since they're under. They should just go faster. It's ridiculous. It should
Ludicrous speed.
Yeah, in this day and age, 50 years later, they can't figure out a faster way to get there. Like, come on. Where's the video at, guys? This is BS. This guy's like Mr. Happy, and this lady in the blue does not seem like she's a very nice person. Although I don't know her, but I'm just saying. Looked like she was kind of angry earlier, and I noticed that right when Sean was saying something. Now she's smiling and stuff. She got her anger out. She's talking to somebody. They love those Plantronics headsets. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get them. I can't go down that low. Come on now. Ugh. They're using gravitational force. Yeah. Nice to see you in there, Robert. In Alabama, no less. Thank you for the photos, by the way. Well, you figured that gravity's been around for so long, they could figure out how to make it go faster, right? Check out the Orbit AS. Interesting. I don't understand how that stuff works. You know, Tim, you are not wrong. Oh, he just picked his nose. It's like...
And Scott didn't get that on motion capture for us?
Oh, he's going in again. Did I lose audio? No.
Okay, Jeremy, copy. We're chewing on that. We'll get back to you with more words.
Okay, thanks.
They're chewing on it. Oh, that's a pretty good view.
Who's running this live tracker? Greg?
I don't know. I just saw it.
Okay.
Colin might have some information on it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because this one is not doing very well. Oh, look. Actually, you know what? This is probably the best one I think I've seen. And I'm not lying. Because the one that NASA provided, like, you can't like zoom in right. It's weird. Colin's got geeking out on all the stuff. Hey, Colin, why doesn't your country go to the moon? Yeah, this is too much information here.
Mission control. We just heard some communication there between CSA or Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen, currently on board the Orion spacecraft as it makes its way towards the moon. He is working to verify that the final lunar targeting package, which they are referring to as the LTP,
Package
is available and uploaded to each of the crew's PCDs or portable computing devices.
So they must have internet up there then.
Is able to use and
Because they're
reference
pushing
various
information to
procedures
them.
during their mission.
I don't know if it's internet or just some sort of like...
There's some sort of data link.
Guiding
It has to be.
observations during the lunar flyby on flight day 6, which will take place tomorrow on Monday, April 6th. It consists of two key components, the lunar geography review and the lunar targeting plan. The lunar geography review helps astronauts study major lunar features in advance of the flyby and learn how to orient themselves during the flyby, while
They do.
The lunar targeting plan provides a detailed timeline of observation targets, background science context, and specific instructions for imaging and making verbal descriptions.
Randy, that would be, I mean, like a geosynchronous satellite on steroids. I mean, you wouldn't really need it, to be honest with you.
Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen, currently on board the Orion spacecraft as it makes its way towards the moon.
I'm not sure how they're getting the downlinks. I guess some guys were using something. They were picking up the signal coming down. And I believe the U.S. ground station here in California is actually at Goldstone out by Barstow. So when the Earth is on that side of the Artemis II, the signals pipe through Goldstone.
On Monday, April 6th. It consists of two key components, the lunar geography review.
Something else I noticed, the further they get away, the longer the lag they've been having.
Study major lunar features in advance of the flyby and learn how to orient themselves during the flyby, while the lunar targeting plan provides a detailed timeline of observation targets, background science context, and specific instructions for imaging and making verbal descriptions.
No, they're still slowing down. There's a working crapper on that thing. Wonder how many watts that thing's putting out. Anybody have any info on that by chance? All right. Seth is leaving us. He doesn't want to say bye. He just said in my ear, but
Goodbye.
I guess that's the way he wanted to do it. All right, thanks for hanging in there. But they're using the same S-band as Apollo module phase, and it was a duplex system, right? They were always transmitting and receiving, if I'm correct. That's a long way. Definitely, once they got on so I guess they use a near Earth system that the ISS uses up until like a day and a half ago, and then they started using a deep space network just recently. And you definitely heard the delay difference in there. 2 kilowatt. Wow. Basically, so let me think of now. I'm going to have a philosophy here. This same on that Artemis thing there, right? Flying through space, and I'm talking. Obviously, they're beaming the RF signals back to Earth, and it's not going necessarily in a straight line. Some of it's skipping past and going past. And I'm just saying this as a general term, a question. And please take my elementary use of terms here. Those signals are going to be going forever, if I'm correct, right? I mean, realistically, right?
1 minute, please.
Raj. 44,000 miles away. The answer is yes. They're going to keep transmitting. That's wild. So those NASA Apollo astronauts, when they were using those signals or transmitting 50 years ago, those signals are still traveling to the United States. I'm sure, yeah, absolutely agree with you on that, but that's pretty wild to think about that. The reason why I bring it up, I'm trying to think of the name of the movie.
Integrity Houston, you ready for the burn conference, Jeremy?
That I guess they replayed like 60s style TV stuff because that's what they were receiving at the time, and we were getting it back because of the delay of how far away they were. I mean, it's a movie, but I guess the same premise in my question. That's why I asked it. So you're saying to my HF signals tonight are going to be going into outer spaces.
Houston, Integrity is ready for the burn conference.
Here we go. Let's see what they talk about.
All right. As we discussed earlier, the UTC of ground generation was...
I don't know what I'm going to be on. Me? I don't know.
14.
I didn't think HF signals went into outer space, but I thought that was just me.
And the first delta is delta V total,
Check.
which is 10.4.
See, I'm surprised they don't just uplink this stuff now. It's like, I'm not going to read you an email just so you can go write it down. You're just going to send me the email. We don't even give out phone numbers anymore. We just send the contact list over. I thought it was something else.
Attitude should be yaw pitch roll 3-1.
I thought it was the whole premise of also of HF. It bounced off the Io atmosphere. And it didn't go into space. But I obviously, VHF signals can, because you've heard me talk on the space station repeater before.
4.7 minus 5.3
conference.
7.6. How copy so right. As we discussed earlier,
Why is this
ATC
coming
of
across
ground
twice?
generation was 95-14 even.
Oh, that's why.
No deltas in the burn execution steps. And then finally, in the burn node,
All right.
1 delta.
Let's see what we can get ourselves into tonight. Oh, Bolivia real quick is on 30 meters. Let me get Bolivia real quick on 30 meters. And then I'm going to jump on HF and try to make some contacts. And then we're going to watch a rocket launch right after that, hopefully. Bolivia's not coming in. That's weak. All right. How is HF doing? Anybody have any good POTA experiences today? They are transmitting 0.3 kW on S-band from Spain Artemis. They're getting those. Wow, that's interesting, Cam. I tried to get on the air yesterday and it was junky. Ooh. Check. So right now my signal's going to Artemis. Ooh, wow, look at that signal.
And generally it's a toroid in the frequency range you need. 43 covers...
Wow, that's really good.
31 covers 160 through 15. And you get some Teflon coax like RG-142.
November Juliet, 0 Lima. Have a good evening, Mike.
Man, he's always got a banging signal.
Oh, roger that. Oh, yeah, we got chipmunks in the nice forest around here up in the Sierras. But around here, we got squirrels. We got the red squirrels and we got the gray squirrels, and they're into everything. In the morning, I wake up and they're running across the roof of the house. Sounds like a herd of cattle. Oh, yeah, we have grays and blacks here. We used to have blacks before, but now they're black squirrels. Well, we don't have any red. So, but we got lots of squirrels. That's just a common sense. When they get into the herds,
We're 24 minutes away
but, you know, we're used to it.
from a rocket launch over at Vandenberg. So I'm going to try to run outside and look at it with my own eyes. I doubt it. I'll be able to see it because of the weather here. I feel like my noise is increasing. So let's find a nice place for me to park. That's a little bit noisy. I'd love to make some contacts. A contact tonight on 20 meters. FT891 with a JPC 12. I think I'm using a JPC 50 for my Greg, are you a repeater club in Southern California? Yes. Well, I pay the Papa system once a year for the use of the repeaters, but I'm not active like in a club, I guess you can say. I think they went up on Friday too.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use?
What about K6FUU? I haven't activated that in a while. That's Seth's thing. He loves that thing.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ. CQ 20 meters from beautiful Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
I'm going to have to watch this.
Kilo Echo 0 Mike Alpha Delta.
Wow.
You sound like you're in front of my house. 5'9" there, Sean.
Yeah, you had a November 7 call also. Anyway, sounded good over here, Greg. 5 and 9, 59. Good signal tonight. The band seems to be pretty decent off to the west. Anyway, catch you later. K0MAD.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, by the way. And look at the scope here, man. I'm seeing a lot of activity. That's great. And we're going into outer space tonight.
That's right.
All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
That guy again?
All right, nothing heard that time. I'm going to try again. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. I hear some signals out there. I got a lot of noise and fighting here, but the band looks pretty decent. I was hoping to make some more contacts, but I guess it's not doing too good. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
I made a contact.
All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. I just realized I don't have my antenna up all the way.
And I'm too lazy to go up and put it up. You like that? Mid CQ call, and I just realized I don't have my antenna up all the way. Really? I thought 10 meters is dead to him.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Germany calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
I'll bring you some rocket launch coverage from Vandenberg here in about 9 minutes. I think they'll start up with that. Everything looks like it's a go, although there's some upper level winds. Oh, come on now. I'm almost at my anniversary, my 2-year anniversary or 3-year anniversary of getting my general.
All right, I'm going to QSY.
I'm going to see if anybody's calling CQ. Because there's some banging signals here. Oh, maybe it's all noise. Oh, maybe I don't have a good signal. I might do that, dude. I just don't know how late I'm going to be up because I'm very, very tired. I've had a very long week. I did not sleep very much. Every night I slept, my sleep score was below 50, where it's normally in the 70s or 80s. Even though I only get a couple hours of sleep. So my 5 hours of sleep is horrible. That's Mike, I think. Here's somebody in there. But I can't dial them in. I actually, the reason why I say this, and I'm not saying that you don't have time, because I'm sure you don't. I was in my busiest time when I studied. And to be 100% fair, the way I operate better under pressure, and I actually use that to my advantage when I was studying. I go, like, I'm gonna hit it really hard, even though I'm super busy and not sleeping. And I just hit the study book, and I nailed it my second time. And I think Scott was in there. Scott, when I was in the all gender bathroom at Dodger Stadium. Taking my general test at like 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday. Hi, Haley.
Nice just to have a quiet house, and then after about 3 days, it was eerily quiet, and I didn't like it.
What do you got going there? You guys speak up, okay? Can't hear. What do you got going on there? What does that say?
Haley.
You got it upside down. There you go. Stop. Oh, I can see it there. Haley, yep. Where do you get that from?
Easter Bunny.
The Easter Bunny. Man, the Easter Bunny must have been here like really early this morning, because the Easter Bunny came when I got home last night. You got some money too, huh? That's the part you like the best, huh?
Yeah.
She likes money.
I have 6 more eggs added.
6 more eggs.
They're 3
eggs.
They're 3 printed.
Your mom likes eggs too.
Yeah.
Does she like eagle eggs, huh?
Yeah, they hatched.
They hatched. The eagles hatched. All right, I'm gonna try to get on here, and then. Did you already take a bath?
No.
Are you taking a bath today?
Take a shower.
What?
I'm gonna take a shower.
All right, the rocket's gonna launch here in about 10 minutes. Okay. Actually, closer to 15 minutes. Yeah, just to let you know.
I'm not gonna make it.
I hit the wrong. There we go. Vandenberg, baby. Although, Greg, if you've been outside here in Southern California, not looking all that good.
A wireless headset, which wirelessly connects to the computer, of course, which then connects to the Ethernet to the radio, in which case I have no concern about RF pickup by the microphone. Well, Ken, I think I'll let you go after this.
I'm going to give it a shot. If there's no cloud cover, this would have been a great launch.
It's been nice chatting with you, and I hope you don't have so much work to do tomorrow. So, K6EGG and J0L. J0L, K6EGG. And hopefully, let's see, I got to go out there and down there.
Still no live video from Artemis. A 19 meter.
Did you do any more searching for a final output tube for the OM?
Man, I got a headache, I gotta admit. What's up? Static started coming in. Whew. Like I said, had a long week. Not a lot of sleep. I'm on 20 at the moment, my friend. Wait a minute. Is that Bill? Who is that? They keep changing it. The names are different. Oh, it's John in Vegas. I know 3 Johns in Vegas, so I apologize. Anything yet from SpaceX? Keep me remind me in 5 minutes to look for the rocket launch. I'm going to try to make a contact or 2 or 3. This is the cool John. They're all cool. Every John I know in Vegas is nice. And actually, I know 2 other Johns that live in Vegas that are not ham radio related. So, really? You just doing that on purpose to me, aren't you? That is a good fact there. I never know.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
They do. I think the NASA administrator that, first off, I really like him. He joked about his big ears, or at least the way his ears stick out. He mentioned that one time.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
Kilo Delta 5 Echo Foxtrot.
Wow, I got you in here tonight. Not a bad signal. Adam, do you still have me? I got you in there too. You dropped. It was weird. You're coming in like 5'9", and it was like poof. I was like, is he trying to listen to himself on YouTube, or did the signal just go away? And you slowly started ramping back up. But I got you in the logbook, and I think this is the first time on 20 meters in a while. It'll help out my 250th anniversary fake award.
Cam, I agree with you 100% on that.
About a 5'7" now. I hear you pretty good now into Edmond, Oklahoma. Yeah, it's been a while since we spoke on 20 meters. It's great to make contact
we typically only are only able to speak on 20 meters if you're doing a POTA. I think this is actually our first time ever talking on 20 meters from your home QTA. Back to you.
Looks like maybe last year around this time, from my house, because the list I'm looking at is only for contacts from the home setup here. So yeah, but still not often on 20 meters here. That's good. You're helping me out for voice on here.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. It's great to make a contact with you finally on 20 meters and I guess at nighttime. That's really cool. But anyways, I'll let you get back to it and have a good one.
Copy that, 7-3. Thanks for jumping on the air tonight, too.
So, Cam, I want to finish what you're saying there. And I'm sure you agree with me. That guy's super intelligent. I don't even think he graduated high school. I know he didn't graduate college. I think he did the tap to pay technology. Like, he brought that to light. He didn't invent it, but he marketed it so people used it for something or other. 4+ or something, whatever. It's basically every machine that has the chip in it, he owned. I think he sold it off. Anyways, he wanted to go to space when he was a kid. You know, he saw old video of Apollo stuff like Owen was watching, or like myself was watching, and he bought himself a ticket, 2 tickets on a SpaceX rocket. And he was the first civilian to do a spacewalk. And they went to the highest aperture. I think that's how you pronounce that for an orbit up until recently, up until the last Apollo. So Apache, did I say that right? Was I close? I'm just gonna stick to the elementary terms because that's all I know. I'm not gonna try to act like I'm one of those guys that know everything. But I have followed him before, and I think he's following me. His personal page is following me on X, because I'll hit him up and ask him questions, and he'll answer me. Apogee, there we go. Thank you. You're doing what Nate normally does. You're allowed to ask any questions, dude, because I'm dumb here. You guys are all the smart folks. And I'm looking for the SpaceX should be starting any second now, which it has. So I'm going to dump out of this for a second.
Partnership with the Ministry of
Actually, so that was the second. Actually, she's on the screen there. She was the second commercial, non-government employee person to do a spacewalk. She works for SpaceX, and he brought and we're referring to the NASA administrator Jarek Isaacman. You know, he bought his way on board, and he actually turned it into a fundraiser for I think some sort of children's cancer, something in Tennessee, St. Jude or something like that. I think he raised like $50 million, even though he spent, I don't know, $100 million on the trip, but whatever.
All you have to do is plug it in. Once you get a signal from the satellite, you go to
international transmission tunnels.
with the computer. They love working on the internet. They love
Well, I mean, you could, you should be I think the beacons are on CW. So you should be listening on CW, but you should be able to see them, hear it on both. But it just, I think when you're on CW, it just narrows the bandwidth.
So we'll never have an issue ever again when it comes to internet usage.
Look at it, listen to it all. It's getting angry. So once this thing takes off, I'm gonna run outside, see if I can see it. I got a pretty decent high level cloud layer. And Randy, you can ask any question you want, just nothing personal. I guess you can answer personal stuff. It's nighttime there. You're not going to be getting out much on 10 meters where you're at. You're in New York. You give it a shot, though. You never know. Doing some venting. I will take a picture. I'll take my phone out there with me. This is a SpaceX Starlink launch. And they're doing a little commercial for themselves there. I have, for some of you guys don't know, I do have a Starlink set up, and I do use it when I do some of my POTA activities. And it worked. And every time I use it, it seems to get better. Just to let you know. Faster speeds, faster connection, faster ping time. Terry, nice to see you in there. See it just after sunset here in Southern California.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Where's Scott at? There's a nice little kitty picture on here. Although you probably can't see it. Oh, there it is. You can kind of see him. Oops. Wrong one. Elon is smoking strange stuff in there. Yeah, he might be. Helium dioxide, carbon dioxide, all kinds of stuff. I think the screen message thing is broken. What's broken about it? I might have kept it up there. And I was hitting some weird buttons. Got to keep in mind, I got 2 foot pedals going. I'm reading. I'm looking at that. I don't have Seth talking to my ear right now, but someone tell me what to do. Trust me, I'm even more dumb. You guys all know this. Everybody thinks for some reason because I'm live streamed that I know everything, and they'll ask me questions, which I'm okay with. But I don't. I'm here to ask questions for you folks, from you folks. Now, I won't be able to see it for about 30 seconds, anyways. After it launches, it's getting angry. I don't think I'll be able to see it. Greg can agree with me. Oh, it's beautiful. The sun just went down. Oh, take 4. And you're gonna. Why? By the way, if anybody watched the launch the other day from NASA, this is going to be 10 times better. We are watching a Starlink launch on a Falcon 9 from Vandenberg, which is about 120 miles north of me, which I can actually see from my house once I walk outside, once I know this thing's in the launch. Hold. Oh.
The launch port auto is running.
Dang. Wah.
We are up today due to upper level wind shear. We're all fighting for talent. Vehicles and payload are healthy. Staying up for attention now.
Wah. Remember I mentioned that earlier? The upper level winds were kind of high. I guess I called that one. Well, we gave it a shot, folks. That sucks.
This is Kilo 6, Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
Are you sad now, Greg?
I'm very sad because I'm not going to be able to watch it again. It's so rare that they launch it like right after sunset. It would have been a beautiful launch.
You know, you jinxed it. You shouldn't have said that earlier.
You know, I believe in jinxes, and I just didn't feel that there was one there. I just looking at facts. It looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I understand.
I think the NASA or the SpaceX thing, it said only 60% probable tonight. So, well, it went to 100% not probable.
That is right.
Actually, that's not true because they have I think they can try again in 90 minutes. You still got a banging ass signal coming into Southern California, man.
A friend of mine that was one of our friends with Silent Key, and they needed something to do with it, and I said, hey, I know what to do with it. You can send it my way.
You can send it my way.
Oh, this one requires even more power than my other one. This requires a 30 amp circuit at 240, so it requires more than even my other one.
I don't have a way of powering that here in my little dinky office. I barely got enough amperage to do what I'm doing here. My lights dim already when I talk on HF.
Anyway, it's an old, well, not old, it's only a few months old, but it's a manual tune amplifier, and I like them better. Less crap to go wrong. Anyway, still coming in good over here. 5 and 8 at the moment in Missouri.
I ain't got no time for that digital crap.
Hey, I'll tell you, the solid state is nice. It's just, it doesn't have a high enough duty cycle. You know, I like to run, say 200 or 300 watts on the FT8, and the solid state just gets too dang hot.
Aren't they smaller, right? The components are closer together? God, I can't talk.
Yeah, the solid state's probably half the size of this tube amp.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get a couple contacts in here before I have to take off because I feel like I'm hitting a wall here. It's been a heck of a week.
All right, catch you later. K0MAG.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. I heard a Whiskey 7. Is that a Whiskey 7 in there? Try again. Nothing heard on that pass. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ. Anybody hear my voice? Give me a call back. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California.
WP0, LB2, Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima, Delta, Quebec.
Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima. I didn't catch the last part there.
Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima, Delta, Quebec. Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima, Delta, Quebec. Yourself?
Man, my computer's freezing up here. Whiskey Bravo 0, Lima, Delta, Quebec. You're 5959 here in Southern California.
Okay, K6EGG, WP0LDQ. I've got you to 58 in Woodinville, Washington, just outside of Seattle. The name is Chuck. Go ahead.
Chuck, it's good to hear your voice. I think we chatted about 6 weeks ago. You're sounding good. You got a, like I said, 5.9 signal. And first name here is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf.
Well, good to hear you again, Greg. Yeah, I'm just looking back at my log, and I'll find it on the next go-around. And I don't remember the QSO, but I'll find it shortly.
Well, Well, copy that. Appreciate the contact. I'm going to run through, see if I can get a couple contacts before I jump in the bed here, because I have hit a mental wall. But I appreciate the contact.
Okay, Greg. Well, have a good night and happy Easter. K6EGG, WB0,
And happy Easter to you, sir. 7-3. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Ending in Bravo Whiskey Quebec. Could you try again? Okay, I hear two folks call me back. Just the Bravo Whiskey Quebec station only. Just give me your prefix if you can. All right, I completely lost you, unfortunately, sir. So, I'm going to see if I can hear anybody else out there. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ with S6 of noise tonight.
I think I'm losing the band, but I made 2 contacts.
All right, one last time. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 20 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. One last time. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ.
I can hear people turning on stuff in my house. Nate! Oh, this is frustrating.
Guess why?
I'm seeing some folks here on my scope. I'm going to see if anybody's calling CQ here. Maybe that's not... Oh. I want to do a put on 14300. I think I did mistakenly before.
In a world where everything is...
in a world.
paper cutter and stamped out.
Most of that's just noise. So unfortunately, not that good tonight. And NASA Mission Control stopped talking pretty much. Let me see if I can bring them in for a second. They are showing some different views. They have some bad audio there. I'm just going to EQ some of that out. It's nice to see you in there, Nate. You know, what's fascinating to me, it's the signal that I'm getting piped into my office right now is from 250,000 miles away. I almost said 25,000 miles away. 250,000 miles away in high definition, in color. I just think that's totally amazing. Oh, it looks like...
Integrity, pending your analysis, we would like to ask you to take over on step 23. We'll handle the RHC and get on with some other activities on our timeline.
All right. You got
some bad audio. SpaceX sounds way better. They use the RTS system.
Thank you.
What's up there, John? Another John in here.
I know. A nice, beautiful little burn, too. Hey, be advised we are
they did a burn.
Opportunistic science, and you would need to configure your D5 and Z9 cameras for that, like yesterday.
Someone's lighting off fireworks. I don't know why. Did someone just win something? Anybody just coming in here, don't forget to hit that like button. I was trying to get to 40 likes, but I don't know.
Well, right before the burn, before we maneuvered, it was awesome.
And looks like we'll be back at window 2 for this as well.
I bet. It's probably better watching in person than watching on NASA because that feed looked horrible.
Troubleshooting step for that. Yeah, you're welcome. Another troubleshooting step for that lunar targeting package when someone has a chance to copy.
Package. There's a John in every house. You were right. And their John is broken in their little camping deal over there off of outside the moon.
Okay, Jeremy. Back to that same step, 6.1.2. Do you still have that?
The other feed is working?
That was in.
Someone's lighting off fireworks here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That's the same feed.
We are going to, this time we're going to, on Media 14, which is the one at the bottom of that step, we are going to...
That's pretty cool, Jason. I had every intention on being there. I really wanted to be a part of that, and it just didn't work out.
Cached images and files that you see already checked in that procedure. We're going to check cookies and other data. And then clear it.
Yeah, I got to say, that's some of the... I was watching with a bunch of TV people. They were like, what is going on? Like, don't you rehearse that stuff?
LTP do you want me to try to open first?
Time is it? Well, it's only 8 o'clock. Could you hear it from where you're at? I don't think you could. 25 miles away.
Checking.
Oh my God. When they missed the boosters, I'm like, what's the point? You missed the launch and then you missed a booster separation. The two most critical parts of the launch. The launch and the booster separation. Hello? The cool part was seeing the people.
All right.
That's pretty cool, though. You're a part of history. These people are now, like, in a couple hours, are going to be the furthest people away from the entire planet. Happy Easter to you, too, as well. KF8 BTH. Nice to see you in there. I guess they did. I don't know.
Okay, Mark,
and you're not wrong. I probably could have done better. It's like, come on. I think SpaceX does an amazing job when they do those super heavies or whatever the heck they're called, starships. Man, they got some incredible views. And they're like 4K in space. Although the inside the cabin stuff's pretty decent. With their audio, I guess they embedded the audio finally into it.
This is Artemis Mission Control. About 7 minutes ago, the Orion spacecraft executed the outbound trajectory correction 3 burn to fine-tune the trajectory of the Orion spacecraft as it continues to make its way around the moon.
I don't know about that, man.
With that lunar flyby planned for tomorrow on flight day 6.
Okay, you got to look about. Okay, I agree with the premise of that. But number one, they have a lot more. They should have a lot more background in doing what they're doing, because even the space shuttle launches look better than than that what we just saw a couple of days ago. And plus, a lot of that stuff back in the 60s looks a lot better. Obviously, it was film. They got a lot of it later, but man, we got so much technology. It should not be that bad. That was bad. It was cut bad. The camera work was horrible. The commentary was horrible. To be fair, the space shuttle launched all the time. It did, but there's basic. Okay, when we do sporting events or anything live, obviously it happens a lot, but you can rehearse to make it happen a lot. You can act like it's happening, and they cut everything so bad. Plus the video is off too. Like sometimes like it just wasn't matching with stuff. The onboard stuff is okay. More practice. I don't think so. How many times have they done those SpaceX launches for the Starship? And they like nail like the first ones they do. They've only launched it 3 times, and the first time they launched it was better than the SLS by 1,000,000%. And I think you guys would agree with me on that one. I mean, the onboard cameras, the views, everything. I mean, a camera feed's not that expensive when it comes down to it. By the way, and to your point, some of these YouTuber guys that stream on their own had better feeds than NASA did. So, and they set out their own cameras like the networks did. I think an everyday astronaut had a pretty decent feed. I don't want to bag on NASA, but it's like, come on, we're spending all this money. This is a history moment. They did a lot better now in the Apollo and Space Shuttle era. It's just our government. I would actually expect a lot better, especially when they're spending those people halfway around the solar system or whatever the heck they're doing right now. You figure they can get a better video production feed. I mean, I'm just saying. Keep in mind, the same people that produce that bad video are sending the spacecraft across the solar system. So, or I wouldn't say solar system, over to the moon. But yes, I do expect better. And I'm just bitching because we are spoiled from SpaceX. They really went another way above everything. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're not wrong. Everybody bags on SpaceX and stuff, but
integrity for enabled flush caution.
it's nice to know you folks are as geeky as I am about this stuff. I love it.
We just got an enabled caution dump required.
All right, we see that as well, and we are about to put a wastewater dump in place.
Uh-oh, someone went doo-doo.
Shortly.
Why not do both? This is a history-making thing here. Trust me, they probably spent more than a bolt on what they did on the production of that thing they did.
Just to make sure
By the way, Greg, they're recycled for tomorrow for the launch.
pull it up until we get that dump done and let you know.
Understood.
Yes, we can take the HHP cam.
I'm not disagreeing with that. And I think when they get that Starship up and running, I think this thing will be by the wayside. Which I don't like it, but I think the Starship's probably going to be way more advanced. and be able, I mean, we threw half of the SLS system away in the ocean. I love this stuff, Jason. By the way, I hit the wrong one. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Well, I know they're using less fuel. And, you know, less fuel means they needed less weight to launch the rocket off. But I think that when it's all said and done, and you can mark my words to this, I think SpaceX is going to be way far above this. I mean, look what they're doing with these rockets. No one thought they were going to be launching 3 or 4 rockets a week and reusing the rockets and using them within 2 weeks. And that's what SpaceX is doing. They have over almost 11,000 satellites now. They just passed 10,000. And we're getting close to 11,000 rockets. I know. I'm going deep in it. I'll be very deep in it. Oh, yeah. We discussed that earlier. The shitter's working right now. And they just did a dump, I think. I love SpaceX. You know, Todd, you're not wrong. And I remember watching that in a movie. A little tiny movie called Back to the Future 2. I was promised flying cars that look like DeLoreans. And I think we got gypped on that deal. They are going to IPO in June. I think it's pretty much a done deal. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, hoverboards would have been cool. Now these guys are all quiet. It's killing my live stream here because I'm running out of content for you folks. And by the way, if it's going to be in the NASDAQ or it's wherever it's going to be, a fund's going to end up buying it. Yes, Haley. What do you got for me?
I'm watching.
Oh, you just watched yourself there. Does it look weird to see yourself?
Mm.
No?
Mm-hmm.
She's watching herself on a phone. Is it weird to like echo? You got to try not to watch that when you're on because people don't notice it. All right. Good night. I'll be in there in a few minutes. Okay.
Commented
all right.
as well.
What?
Commented.
Oh, you commented? Oh, what did you? I didn't see your comment in there. What did you put?
Hi, Daddy.
I didn't see that in there. Do it again.
Let me go back.
You just go in the other room and do it because I'm hearing myself come back delayed. Her comment got held. I don't see it. Can you unrelease or can you release it when she does it again? Oh, there we go. Hi, Haley. I'll be in there shortly. Daddy's very tired. It's been a long week. You don't need to hear me complain. All right. So, all right. Here's a couple things. Next day off is Friday. I will not do a live stream up until Friday. There's two things that might happen. First thing, I don't know when they're splashing down in on Friday. These folks right here that are flying around there, and one of them like grew up like a mile away from where I'm sitting, which I think is totally cool. And they're about ready to go around the moon. I think that's even more cool because I'm a geek. Anyways, they're supposed to splash down on Friday off the coast of Southern California. I heard there's 2 different versions. One of them might actually come like just north of where I'm at over the ocean. Very similar to the way a SpaceX landed a couple months ago. I got some incredible video. Here's the caveat to that thing. It's probably going to happen in the late afternoon from what I hear. And it actually might happen further off the coast because we're expecting some bad weather next weekend, starting on Friday. So I might come on to do a live stream to show all this stuff and to see when these fine folks that are risking their lives for in the search of new things comes back to our planet, which I think is totally cool. Like literally they're outside of our planet. They're not sitting in their LEO over orbit like a space station is. They literally left the planet, and they'll be coming home on Friday. So I might live stream that event and then do some ham radio too. Because you guys, it seems like you guys like to geek out on this stuff, which I've been watching it like in the middle of the night. Although they've just been they've been kind of on California time, waking up at 7 and going to bed at like 10:30. So Apollo program over 20,000. It's wild, and they got Apollo going in a couple years. They're not releasing too many details. That's wild, though, isn't it? I just lapped around the moon. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I'm tired. I want to say goodnight to Haley. Are you still up in Washington? I need to duck down. There we go. Now you guys can hear me. So, kind of a quiet night as far as ham radio goes, but a lot of people watching, 45 people watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Much will be appreciated. Was hoping to get 40 likes, but only 33 likes at this point. I'm sure Haley liked it because she likes that stuff. She wants to, Haley wants to get me to 100,000 subscribers. She wants me to get my, what's that little thing called? Like the notification bell thing or whatever. Trying to space in on it. Anyways, you get it when you get 100,000 subscribers, which I have to be 100% honest with you. I don't think that's going to happen, at least anytime soon. Because it took me a play button. That's it. She's watching right now. It might happen. You guys can help me doing that by liking. More people will pop through here if that's the case. And that's still going to take me probably 5 more years if I do get to that point. But I appreciate everybody watching and enjoy the Weather Channel. And I'll see you guys on Friday at some point, maybe in the early afternoon. And I'll be off early. I won't be going on too late that night or staying up too late that night. I'll be on Saturday as well. So I have 2 nights in a row. So take care, everybody. Sorry to leave 47 people watching hanging, but I need to get some rest here. Take care, and you guys have a wonderful evening. And keep watching that NASA stuff, man. I really enjoy it. I'm so happy to be alive during this time. I wish I was alive during the 60s because I think that would have been pretty cool. I hope we were like reliving that and going even further and farther than we've done before. So take care, everybody. And we actually are going to be tomorrow. Take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.